everybody, welcome back to BK's Bullets. Today we're talking about Thor by Jason Aaron, Volume 3. Hey everybody, and welcome back to BK's Bullets. As always, I'm your host, Brent. Today we're talking Thor by Jason Aaron, Volume 3. This is the complete collection here. This came out last year, so you can still find it on bookshelves or online, any place you may shop. They should have some in stock. You might have to seek it out a little bit, but it should be there as the end of end of 2022. Are we in 2023 yet? Almost. But anyway, Jason Aaron writing all this. You got Russell Donovan doing a majority of the art. Steve Epting jumps in here for a few issues also, and some guest art by, gosh, I can't even remember who the heck this guy is, but it's very interesting, very kind of painterly, crude, kindergarten-y art style, but it works for the story they're telling. It's pretty cool. It's 2 issues. Deal with it. But Russell Donovan here, this collects Thor 1 through 19. So basically you had Thor, God of Thunder, which ended with issue 18. That was the end of Complete Collection Volume 1. Then you had Complete Collection Volume 2, which was like a little bit more. And then Thor 1 through 8, which had Mighty Thor, Jane Foster here. That ended for reasons I'm not sure once they revealed that Jane Foster was Thor. And now you have a new Thor volume, which will go all the way to the end of her reign as Lady Thor, or Thor, Mighty Thor, whatever you want to call her. And then Volume 5 picks up with a new volume of Thor. I think that one is 1 through 15. And that runs concurrently with the War of the Realms trade paperback. So that's my mapping right there. Thor Odinson doesn't really appear until the end. We call him the Odinson here in this storyline because he's not Thor. He doesn't have the hammer. But this is our Thor. Again, this Jane Foster, not a spoiler anymore. That Love and Thunder's come out. But you have some storylines here. This is basically where War of the Realms does a lot of setup. You could basically say War of the Realms really starts towards the end of Volume 2 of the Complete Collection and definitely starts in Volume 3. In fact, Malekith the Accursed actually proclaims the War of the Realms starts now. Somebody does. Maybe it's Malekith. But basically he's playing all these different worlds against each other for his own sake and moving pieces into the board to set up for the basically what became the big crossover event with Marvel with Jason Aaron. And Russell Donovan did the art on there also. But you might not understand that unless you've read all this also, because you know where all the pieces were moved beforehand, like what Loki's doing, why the elves are marrying each other, why they're marrying the Dark Elves, what Laufey, the Frost Giant, is doing, who the League of Realms are, much less the Council of Realms, is all set up and kind of explained in here. And then also you have the ongoing story of Jane Foster against Roxxon, against Malekith, because they've kind of teamed up together and joined forces. Also appearing in here, Oubliette. If you don't remember Oubliette, we first met her in the Marvel Boys series, and then she showed up in Jason Aaron's Original Sin miniseries. So she's jumping from Original Sin into the main Thor storyline. Is it awesome? Is it great? No. Is she really a character we want to follow? No, I don't think so, but she's here. So if you wonder where she comes from, Marvel Boy, Original Sin, then here. I'm not sure about any other appearances that she's had since then, but these are the ones that I can remember. Much less ones that relate to the storyline. I think the most fun storyline in here is the last 5 issues. The Asgard Shi'ar War, where they go up against the gods of the Shi'ar. That's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that storyline. The gods of the Shi'ar basically challenge Thor because Loki sets them up to, and basically have a challenge of all right, we're going to have a challenge of pestilence. Which god can bring the most harm to this world? A challenge of genocide. Which god can kill the most people at once? And the Shi'ar gods are great at that. They're fucking vengeful. Jane Foster Thor is no, I'm not doing that. So she loses a lot, but there's other ways that she gains points in this challenge also. So since that involves multiple gods, you have the kind of return of Omnipotent City, which we found in Volume 1, and Shadrach, The Record Keeper appears here also. I think that was the most fun storyline here for me because it's kind of a veer of hard left from all of the War of the Realms setup that happens before, and it's kind of a breath of fresh air. Ugh, I need some myself in this Jason Aaron Thor storyline. So, Volume 3, I think a pretty fun read, worthwhile. Definitely some setup for War of the Realms, and Russell Donovan on art, Steve Epting. Come on, you can't go wrong here. Lots of things not to miss. Fantastic, fantastic volume. So, highly recommended. If you started with Volume 1, you jumped into Volume 2, definitely continue with Volume 3. We're almost towards the end. You got 2 volumes left and War of the Realms before you wrap up Jason Aaron's legendary Thor run. This was 10 years ago, guys. Can you believe that? Almost 10 years ago. Crazy to think about, but a phenomenal Thor run, one that will go down in history, probably next to Walt Simonson's. You know, those are the top 2 right now, is Simonson's Thor run and this one. So, gotta read it. It's modern, it's cool, it's fun, and it's available. Best part. So, thank you guys. Let me know what you think of Jason Aaron's Thor run down below. What did you think of this volume? And we will see you guys next time in the Funny Pages.